He's perhaps the greatest wide receiver prospect in the modern football era.
That's not only the #1 wide receiver in the country, that's the #1 player in the country.
The first player at his position ever to be ranked #1 in the 24/7 Sports era.
At just 19 years old, he's being called the next great wideout to come through Columbus.
Jeremiah Smith is without question the #1 wide receiver in the country.
Making headlines across the nation and drawing comparisons to some of today's top NFL receivers.
He's a complete difference maker. He can beat you in every single way possible.
He's the best player in college football.
But before he was a 5-star phenom, he was just a kid from Florida that didn't even make his youth team. This is Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith grew up in Miami Gardens, Florida, a hotbed for football prospects that's so competitive that not even Smith made the team when he tried out at just 7 years old. Even at a young age, Jeremiah Smith had the mindset to put in the work needed to make the team the following season. And not only did he make the team, he was named MVP of the league. This success would follow him all the way to high school, where he attended Chaminade Madonna College Preparatory School. During his high school career, Smith would go on to tally 179 receptions for 3,043 yards and 45 touchdowns, earning him the label of #1 recruit in the country by industry leaders and becoming the greatest wide receiver prospect in the modern football era. In a tight recruiting battle between Ohio State and Miami, Smith would go on to choose the Buckeyes, led by head coach Ryan Day, along with one of the best wide receiver coaches in the country, Brian Hartline. A program becoming known for its ability to send wide receivers to the NFL, Smith set his sights on becoming the next great prospect to wear the scarlet and gray. It didn't take long for Smith to be recognized in the facilities as being different. He caught the attention of coaches and players in the program, and they knew he was already prepared for the college level and was immediately placed in the starting lineup. The true freshman began his college campaign with a flash, starting in week 1 where he hauled in 6 receptions for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns.
His first. The play fake, the throw, and the slant is a strike to Jeremiah Smith.
The standout receiver would go on to score in all but 3 regular season games, with a total of 10 touchdowns. However, he was just getting started. His breakout performance helped lead the Buckeyes to the college football playoffs, where they had their sights set on their first national championship in a decade.
Enjoy an historic special night in the Horseshoe.
In the first round of the playoffs, Smith put on a show in the national spotlight with over 100 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, as the Buckeyes would go on to win in dominating fashion. And the next week, Smith would elevate his performance with a record-breaking 187 yards and another 2 scores.
From 45 yards, catch made. He cannot be wide open. Too easy. Longhorns, the Scarlet and Gray Redemption Tour arrives.
Following a win over the Texas Longhorns, Ohio State would go on to play for the national championship, where Smith would score 1 receiving touchdown and make perhaps the most important catch of his freshman year.
See the backers, they're moving. Here they come.
Heavy pressure, Howard delivers downfield. It's Smith. He's got it. Jeremiah Smith.
This sealed a victory for the Buckeyes and put a storybook end to an incredible debut.
It's Ohio State together at the mountaintop.
Jeremiah Smith would finish his freshman season with a total of 76 receptions for 1,315 yards and 15 touchdowns, breaking Ohio State and Big Ten records in the process. He didn't just live up to the hype of being the greatest receiving prospect of the modern era, he surpassed it. And with 2 more seasons at Ohio State until he's eligible to enter the NFL draft, Smith will only look to elevate and has the potential to become one of the greatest receivers to ever play the game.